Now everybody's wrong.
Intercourse with both parties are emo. Do you wanna have emo sex with me? Sure, only if I can wear your extra scarf. Sex with remorse and a ton of vodka, not just your average get on your knees and fuck me. It involves a lot of slow kisses. Puts the condom on and sticks his cock in her. After they're done, they both cry. You're so good, I'm glad I lost my emo virginity to you. The naughty ones will slit each other's wrists, write depressing poetry, and have sex while looking into each other's eyes, and crying, while blood from the recently slit wrist stains the sheet.
I What's good? Hope we're all doing well today. Back at it. Back here to see the guy. We all know we had a pretty legendary crash out yesterday. Combination of withholding and people just making fun of him. Calling out for shitty gameplay. So hopefully today is just as good as yesterday. Get into it. Better unmute him. You gotta hear the dumb shit this guy says. You know? That's why we're here.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the final podcast of the week. That's right. This is the final level 1 podcast for the week because tomorrow I'll be playing Elden Ring Night Rain and doing major focus on progress.
Tricked ya.
So, what I'd like to do today is wrap up all the ongoing topics and things that we've been discussing, including a follow-up to yesterday's big discussion about ongoing lengthy playthroughs and how to handle them. I've gotten some feedback. I'd like to share some of that with you. Maybe we'll have more of a back and forth discussion about it today. Also, I would like to get some interactivity with you in regards to submissions for things that you have found funny or notable over the course of my 16, 17-year career on YouTube. Right now, we've got a bunch of clips that I usually play during breaks, but I'd like to get your take on what are some moments that you found funny or notable that you'd like to see. So, we'll have a few different topics to discuss today, and of course, the usual chill interactive vibes. All of this and more on the final episode of the week of the Level 1 Podcast.
I wonder what that means by the feedback. Did somebody promise to pay him? I'm sorry, I'll pay you. Was future stepcock. Apologize to daddy. Learned their lesson. The dents will pay. Been hearing this is a long song. I haven't heard it. Not really interested in it. The last one was shit enough. I mean, he must have liked what he heard. He didn't look like he was spiraling already, but we can only hope.
Well, I must say, the overall feedback this week has been the new intro is a hit. People were kind of thrown.
I doubt that.
When I started using the previous intro, I personally liked having these kind of soulful singers that kind of sounded like a 1980s throwback for my intro for many, many months. But everyone was like, is that really your vibe, Phil? I think this is a little bit more my vibe, and I really enjoy it. I hope that you guys are liking the new intro. Anyway, welcome to the show. Today is Thursday.
What is this vibe? Just desperation. That's the only vibe I get off this guy. That and toxicity. 86 out of 90, boys. Let's do it. You think he's going to beg extra today so he can hit that goal, get that Burger King this week?
The 29th
I hope so.
9th of May, 2025. I'm DSP. This is the Level 1 Podcast here on DSP Gaming, and it is the final episode of the week. Tomorrow, I am streaming, but as I've been doing a few times over the last couple of weeks, I'm going to skip the podcast to get maximum gameplay in.
Oh no!
During Night Rain for its launch. For those who don't
There's
know,
no news, guys. Don't worry. There's no news.
It launches tonight, which is weird because you'd be like, tonight? I thought it comes out tomorrow. Yeah, it launches at 3 p.m. Pacific time. So I'm going to do it as my late stream tonight, starting around 6:45 p.m. Pacific time and running till around 9:30ish. And then I'm going to do it again tomorrow. What we're going to do is the stream will start around 11:15. I'll jump on to
I already spaced out. God damn it.
hang out with you guys for a little bit around 11:30.
Oh, just schedule. Gotcha.
So that we can build up an audience. And once we do, then we're going to jump back into the game and play a good 4 hours of Elden Ring Night Rain. So,
oh god.
Between tonight's premiere stream and tomorrow,
I'm gonna skip that.
Tomorrow's daytime stream, we'll have over 6 hours of Elden Ring Night Rain under our belts, and we'll be able to make some good judgments. You know, I'm actually curious with this game. After that initial gameplay, will it already feel stale? will we already have seen most of the boss?
That depends on the money. Why are we even fucking around like this? You know it has to do with money. If people come out, they pay big, the game's gonna keep on going.
Bosses and most of the map? Because if it really is just one map, and you just keep dropping in different parts and just fighting the bosses, you do realize that it's basically going to be very repetitive, and it's going to feel kind of like Fortnite combined with almost like Monster Hunter. And I get the feeling that it may actually lose its hype and momentum really quick.
Fuck it, I'm gonna try.
Getting this vibe. I haven't even played it yet. I did play the network test, and I did 2 streams of it, and by the end of the second stream, we're like, man. So I kind of get that feeling. That's why I wanted to play as much as I could within that launch window while the hype is hot to see what we think. Okay? So I can't wait to see what's in store. But I feel like after that initial exposure to what's in store, you know, the new bosses, the new gameplay element, it ain't gonna be that good. But you know what? Maybe it'll be one of those games that actually does have a catchy loop and you want to play it more. I guess we're gonna find out. Okay, so anyway, no podcast tomorrow. That means that we need to finish up all of our discussions today.
Way less bullshit.
One big discussion that's going on
Money
this week regarding the lengthy playthroughs that I've been doing. In fact, someone leaving an incredibly lengthy comment.
Oh shit, I hate these. I fucking hate these.
Yesterday of this show actually left some interesting stats that I didn't even realize, okay? So just listen to this. What were my longest playthroughs in the last year? Number 1, by far, Fallout 4, the next-gen run, which is when I played Fallout 4 last year when they had patched the game to have next-gen graphics and upgrades. That one was
when you clickbaited everybody, remember that?
It ended up being 63
Son
hours
of a bitch.
minutes long, and it lasted 96 days.
Holy fuck.
Over 3 months to get through the base game and the DLCs that we played during that base game.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
What's my second longest playthrough? Well,
How the fuck would I know?
it depends on what you mean by playthrough. Because of a game that
Jesus
I completed,
Christ.
it's actually Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, which lasted 46 hours and 29 minutes over the course of 31 parts, which cost 55 days. So that means it took almost 2 months to complete Pirate Yakuza.
Alright.
If you're talking about my current playthroughs, I was actually...
It's a good thing this guy made this fucking, put all these stats together so he could give us a fucking history lesson.
underestimating how long these playthroughs are. Are you ready for this? Blueprints, I've currently been playing for 48 days.
Whoa!
So over a month and a half, we've been playing Blueprints. During that time period, I've made 29 parts, but the thing is, my video parts are longer now. What I usually do is I do one part, and then do a second part, but those parts are over an hour long.
Wrong button.
Always be 1 hour long. Now they're like an hour and a half long. So just listen to this.
Yeah, because you gotta sprinkle the begging all throughout. Get a nice robust
29 parts of Blueprints.
begging.
But I have played 47 hours
Oh man.
and 58 minutes of Blueprints.
How about a juicy tip?
48 hours of gameplay of Blueprints already in 29 parts. It didn't seem like that, did it? But it actually is. I played more Blueprints than I even played Pirate Yakuza.
Okay.
I played it at an accelerated rate, 48 days versus 55.
Have we?
So it doesn't feel like I've been playing it that long.
What does it feel like?
Now, here's an even more interesting one. You ready? Clear Obscure Expedition 3, which we're continuing today. And I'm going to tell you, as a result of feedback, we're kind of changing the pace. Clear Obscure Expedition 33. I've been only playing it 33 days, so just a month, okay? In 1 month, I've released
Just beat it
27
then.
parts.
You're the parry master.
And I have played
The hottest
just listen to
streamer
this,
of that game. What
44
I heard.
hours and 55 minutes. So 45 hours of Clear Obscure in 1 month.
Okay.
Again, I think what's happening is no one, including me, is realizing this because I'm making longer parts. Since I'm only doing 2 gameplay videos a day now of each of these longer playthroughs, it seems like I'm only putting out 2 hours, but I'm actually putting out 3 or more, and then you add it together, like, what the? You're really that far in? Yeah, I've played that much of Clair Obscur, if you can believe it. Okay?
Don't even think about
So, now that we're talking about this, I mean, here's basically the schools of thought that have come out of this. I don't know if you didn't see yesterday's podcast in a nutshell.
it. You freaked out because you weren't getting enough money. You were talking about quitting the games and basically lengthy RPGs altogether because you've noticed a trend that people don't like supporting you after a while. And you can't go have that. You gotta make every fucking cent you can every fucking day.
I'm having difficulty figuring out how to tackle longer games.
That's because you're retarded. Look at you. Look at that face. Look at this. I rest my case.
Because right now, with my formula and the way that I do things, I'm a variety streamer that juggles a bunch of games. At any given moment, I'm usually playing 1 or 2 major playthroughs. I'm usually doing 1 or 2 chill nights.
Good for you. Good for you.
Streams. Sometimes I'm doing kind of an independent thing, an indie game or a horror game or something tossed in. And usually I have a multiplayer element as well, whether that's a fighting game or an FPS game. There's something in there that has multiplayer to it, okay? Balancing all of those, that's how I've actually been successful. I've said my formula and my situation is incredibly different from everyone else's.
Success is in the eye of the beholder.
First of all, I've been around for 17 years.
Oh, fucking goddamn. Look at this fucking guy. Man.
As a YouTuber.
Jesus fuck.
Okay? Not many other people can say that. My formula works because I appeal to a wider variety of viewers than most other people.
By begging.
Most other people will find their niche, right? That one thing that they're really
Most other people haven't figured out online panhandling.
good at, and that's what they focus on. I'm the opposite. I'm the jack of all trades. When you come to my streams, you have no clue what I'm going to be doing.
I know you're going to beg, you're going to lie, you're going to talk about history, the schedule, and maybe, if you've conned enough people out of money, you'll eat.
Doing one of many different things. Now, if you follow my schedule, you'll know when I'm doing the thing you want, and that's why at any given day, you might see a completely different...
So you won't know what I'm doing unless you look at my schedule, then you will know what I'm doing.
...viewership, right? One day I might be playing an RPG and you see one group. The next day I'm playing Street Fighter, you see another group. The next day I'm playing an FPS game and there's a third group. There is definitely carryover between the groups.
This is not fucking
but you'll
true.
notice different audiences. And that's why I kind of retain around the same viewership on the stream. The views on on-demand videos can go like this. Depending on the game and the genre, the audience can grow or dip.
What about the support?
RPGs that are super lengthy.
He admitted yesterday that he plays a variety of games because he's hoping to take different people's money at different times, and he wants to let them, you know, get another paycheck. So they play this game once a week, you know. Makes sense if you think about it.
Huge audiences, while more action-based games, more difficulty-based games, and newer AAA playthroughs do see a spike in viewership. So I am very different than most other creators.
Jesus, different shit. It's getting fucking
I get
old.
it because other creators can do this. I say, yeah, but I'm not other creators. Get it? Most other creators
I'm an asshole.
started way after me. Okay? They had track records of other people they could follow. They had outlines and blueprints and experience and things, and they did things away that already worked. That doesn't work for me. Things that work for other people will never work for me.
Because you're a fucking asshole. Nobody likes you.
Number one, I am the most clippable person on the internet when it comes to, oh, let's take every single...
It's because you crash out. Yesterday, literally, there was an hour worth of clippable shit.
...thing Phil does and turn it into a negative out of context. Okay? My actual uncut gameplay, on average, probably does anywhere from 200 to 500 views a video, you know, these days. If it's a good big playthrough, I can get 1,000 views a video. But the clips channels that take everything out of context and literally spin it negatively to lie and slander me get tens of thousands of views a video. So every day when I'm streaming and uploading, I'm literally competing with people who steal my content live and upload it before me. So people who want to see Dark
How do we get to trolls? It always winds up at trolls.
Side Phil see it from someone else first. There's no way for me to stop this process besides becoming incredibly wealthy so I can hire a team of lawyers to
Oh,
sue those
fuck,
people into
man.
oblivion. Well, guess
It's
what?
the same shit with
I'm not
this
going to become
guy.
incredibly wealthy, and I'm not going to be
All
able
the
to do that.
fucking time.
So instead of saying, oh, Phil should just do what everyone else does, I think it's time for people to wake up and be realistic. I can't, because I'm not everyone else. I'm not in the situation of everyone else. It's
You need to pay me, no matter what I fucking do. Duh.
complete mass theft.
Speaking of, where the fuck's the support?
Every day, and there's nothing I can do about it.
Crimes.
If those channels were not allowed to exist, I would be getting all of that viewership. It may
You wouldn't be allowed to exist either. You told people to kill themselves yesterday, dumb fuck.
not be positive viewership, but I would still be getting those views. I would get more exposure in a more fair way. So it doesn't matter what everyone else does. They literally don't have.
You would have been gone a long time ago.
Trolls who literally steal their content and make money off of it every day. So when I hear things like, "Oh, well, so and so can just play a game nonstop and not quit it for 2 weeks. Why does it work for them and not for you?" Because I'm Darkside Phil, one of the most fucked with people on the internet, and until you realize that, nothing you say has any validity.
Oh my fuck.
Okay? You say
Well, he does this shit. Look at this. It's so fucking cringe.
has any validity.
Why do you have to make this face after? Like, oh, I owned you. Like, come on. Like, really? It means that much to you? You just say a bunch of shit and then you make this face. You're trying to prove a point, not fucking burn somebody. No.
Okay.
Period.
So,
Boy, you a smart motherfucker, Phil.
basically, what I'm seeing is a couple of different schools of thought. Some people are saying, dude, just skip all lengthy games, all right? Now, listen, I could do that. I
Well, I
become
could
a
switch
guy
my
that
weapons like an
sadly just doesn't
asshole.
play any more RPGs. Because RPGs are lengthy. I'll never play any game that's like longer than 20 hours.
Okay.
Anything that's longer than 20 hours is going to take me over a month. Doom was the exception, because with Doom the Dark Ages, I literally played every day, so we could beat it just in a week. And that one, I think,
I started losing money on
you
that.
noticed that when I played Doom, I wasn't playing a lot of any of the other games that I was playing. Prince Dale took a back seat. See what I'm saying? So, the way I see it is, do I skip all RPGs and all lengthy games?
People either make fun of you every day or they watch other people make fun of you every day. We know all this stupid shit you're saying.
Games, because they're going to take too long and you lose the audience over time. Okay? Another school of thought is this.
You're an idiot.
When you play a lengthy playthrough, a game you know has a ton of content, okay?
Okay.
Try to focus on the story. That's a big departure. That's a big departure for me. Because remember, I used to do that.
The only thing I focus on is support.
That was just on demand, okay? Sadly, what was I gonna say? Sadly, with that, I got distracted by someone in the chat. I'm sorry. What was I saying?
What'd they say?
I got distracted by you guys.
Oh, he doesn't tell us.
Chat, I lost my train of thought completely. I got distracted by someone. With that, I got distracted by someone in the chat. Used to do that ages ago when I was a YouTuber that was just on demand, okay? Sadly,
Okay. Must be this. The only I can think of. Just do mukbangs and polish your dolphin. Alright.
what was I gonna say?
Right.
Sadly, with that, I got distracted by someone in the chat. I'm sorry. What was I saying?
I don't know. Not worth it.
I got distracted by you guys in chat and I lost my train of thought completely. I gotta get back on track. What was I saying?
I don't know. It's the same script you repeat every day. Just start somewhere and go.
Just quit all games and stare directly at the camera for 8 hours a day?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Just wait for money like that. Why not just go full beg? Just all begging stream.
Okay. Thank you.
They already wind up there half the
What I could do is
time.
go back to who I was as an old YouTuber.
Who was that?
Who was I as an old YouTuber?
A racist.
on-demand videos. Buy a game, play it as quickly as humanly possible.
You ain't got time for that,
Doesn't matter
though.
how much content I cover,
You're married
how many
now.
missions I do. All I'm trying to do is beat the game as quickly as I can. And once it's done, review it, package it up, return it to GameStop to get my money back. Not really return, what it was the trade-in system back then. If you traded in multiple games quickly, you got like a giant boost.
We know this.
And then on to the next game. Back in the day, I was known as the gaming YouTuber who went through games so quickly that within 1 or 2 days of release, you could watch my whole playthrough, enjoy the game, know if you liked it or not, and buy it for yourself if you liked it. I was used as the guideline of whether you buy a game or not. That was the purpose of DSP gaming back in the day. But over time, that changed. People told me they didn't want that anymore. That making playthroughs that are rushed.
Yeah, and then you jerked off, we know.
Only focusing on story, sadly, skips most of the meaningful content of the game. How can you truly judge
We know, if anything, this man is meaningful.
the game if it's good or not if you skipped all the side missions and all the challenging content and only streamlined the story? So people told me, Phil, you're a dinosaur. Phil, your model's outdated. You need to change and update with the times. Everyone today is becoming interactive. Everyone does the side content, talks with their audience. You got to change. So I did. In the last 10 years, I completely changed my model. to now be
Motherfucker.
interactive, side content, shout outs, talking, everything like that. And now the games take a hell of a lot longer.
And now people still don't like it. So, right? You don't know what to do. Is that what we're gonna say here?
Longer to beat. Now everyone says you take too long. Your playthroughs are boring because you're doing too much side content. You're over leveled for the main story. So the truth is, the feedback I've gotten led me to where I am today, and now no one likes where I am today. I could
Never
have
mind.
stayed who I was, and then I would have been told you're a dinosaur, you didn't roll with the times and change. And then if I change, you're also wrong. So that's the difference between Darkside Phil, DSP Gaming, and other content creators.
Victim time. He's gonna go pussy.
Right now, if I listened to the feedback, oh, you should just play the same game nonstop.
Oh.
in a week, I would get nonstop feedback. What are you doing? This game sucks. This game's boring. You're killing your business. You're killing your streams. We're not going to come back till you're done with this game. So for 2 years, I'd see no one on stream and everyone would bitch. I'm not dumb.
All you do is bitch. So what the fuck's the difference? Why can't other people bitch? You're bitching right now.
I know that no matter what I do, it's not good enough for the peanut gallery on the internet. Because I've been doing this for 17 years. I've changed tons of times, and it's still never good enough. So that's why, again, I don't listen. I'm like, I'm not going to listen to of people demanding things that I know won't work because I've already changed. Right? So, here's the truth, is I don't think that there is a simple solution to anything. But when it comes to particular playthroughs, we may have to make decisions. For example, as of today, I'm making the decision I'm going to try to get through the story of Claire Obscura. All right?
All right.
At this point, even though it's going to be insanely tempting to do the side content, because we've passed by a lot of it, we see it, we're like, man, I wish I could do it. You know it's going to unlock. I think we're just going to have to focus on the story. Let's get to nearly the end. And then before we beat the game, decide do we want to go back and do it or not, depending on how many people are showing up, how many people are engaging, and how many people are supporting. If sadly, we get to this end of the game and no one cares, then I guess we're done with the game. And that sucks because I want to.
You could have said that yesterday and avoided an hour-long crash out. But no, you just love making an ass of yourself to get to where most people would have gotten to right off the bat without even thinking about it.
Keep playing. I want you guys to understand I love this game and I want to get as much out of it as I can because I'm having such a good time. But that doesn't necessarily translate into what viewers want and what's good for business. And this is a problem. People say things like, Phil, you should just do what you want to do. You should just do what you enjoy and do what you love, and that passion will come through and you'll be successful.
I just think you're an idiot. You need to get a job. I don't give a fuck what you like.
That's not always the case. Not always.
Not always.
Why do you
Not if you don't want to work for a living.
keep playing Yakuza games? Don't you know they don't do well? Because I like them. So I still play them. Oh, well, that's a horrible decision. Then on the flip side, I get yelled at. Why aren't you playing things you like? So that's what I mean. There is no solution with me because the position I've been put into
You could get a job.
is one of no matter what I do, I'm wrong.
Who put you into that position? Who? Was it John Rambo? Burnell? Tell me who.
The internet has actually
The internet did this to him.
been programmed to believe that. Right now, the internet actually thinks I'm
This is a long victim segment.
terrible at fighting games. I was terrible at Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm terrible at every FromSoft game. I'm terrible at everything I
You said yesterday you weren't, so are you gonna say that again? If so, just say it.
do, because that's what they're told through illegal clips channels.
But that's not true.
And that's all that they see, because that's what YouTube pushes to the forefront of the algorithm.
Man, my internet sucks
So when you
today.
say, do what this other successful person does, do what this person does, doesn't work for me.
No.
I could literally emulate the most popular streamers on the planet. No one would give a shit because I'm Darkside Phil and I'm not in that position. I can't copy anyone else.
Maybe you just ain't cool like them.
I'm a unique dude. That's why I've been here 17
Unique, yeah, that's a word for it.
years and I'm still here and I'm still successful. But it also means I can't follow the trends and I can't do what everyone else does. It doesn't work for me. Okay?
Man. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
I appreciate you saying that, Gars, because some people sometimes are very nice. Like Gar says, no, you are still decent at Street Fighter 6. And other people are like, well, no, you're not that bad at this. No, I know. That's the point I'm making. No one believes in me. Like, everyone knows if you actually watch me play fighting games, I'm pretty good at fighting games.
Here we go.
Right? Everyone can agree that if you've watched me play fighting games, instead of just watching those channels. You know Phil's actually pretty good at fighters, has insight into them, has knowledge of them, and should be listened to when it comes to fighters because he knows what he's talking about. But
I don't give a fuck if you know what you're talking about. I will not listen to you out of pure spite because you're a spiteful fuck, so I will spite you.
most people don't know that because they watch my content. They watch
Get it?
clips channels. So, the same thing with Doom. I was not bad at Doom: The Dark Ages. I wasn't great, but I wasn't terrible. At all.
I heard this yesterday. I'm glad we're having the second crash out. This is great.
Outside of that, I cruised through the game on the harder difficulty. Wasn't a problem. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do. Today, starting today on this stream, we are going to just go through story content. I'm actually leaving wherever I am. I think we just finished a side content dungeon.
Not story content.
And we're heading straight to the story. So we're gonna go right to the. There's 2 story parts to do that are available. You pick. I'll just pick one. We'll do it. We'll pick the other. We'll do it. And I believe that when you beat both of those, you actually end Act 2. Then we'll be in Act 3. We'll continue the story.
That's the wrong one.
We get to the point of no return, and when we hit that point, then we'll decide
Son
how
of
is
a
the
bitch.
playthrough done. Has things gone well? Are people showing up, engaging, and supporting? Right?
Trying to get this little guy where he blows himself, but I ain't on the fly type of guy yet. All right.
That's challenging and fun to do.
Give me some time. Give me some time.
Then it's dead.
I'm practicing
We just finished
here.
the story and we're done. We've already played 47 hours of Clair Obscur in a month. I've loved every moment. It's definitely going to be one of my Game of the Year contenders.
Except for I
It's
didn't make
sad
money. I didn't like that.
that sadly people won't allow me to play it at my own pace and enjoy it.
Oh no.
But what can I say?
They will. They just won't
And
pay
then people
you.
will say, "Oh well, it's because of this. You should have played it at a harder
There we
difficulty. You should have done this. You should have done that. Please bite me." There's always an excuse why DSP isn't good enough. It doesn't matter what difficulty I play a game at. Look what happened with Doom. I played it on the harder difficulty. Phil, you still suck.
There. Now we're
So
ready
fuck
if he
off.
decides to blow
No
himself
one
again.
cares. Really. No one cares about every little silly, stupid gripe you have about
Fuck
Dark Side
off.
Phil. You all don't matter.
So fuck off.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
off.
Did
Yeah.
you hear what I just said? Fuck
Lean
you.
in, buddy. Hell yeah.
Fuck you. Did you
One
hear what I
more.
just said?
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to do that.
What matters is those who actually show up and engage and support with my raw
Support.
content here on the channel. Not the clips, not the consensus of me on the internet. All of that is white noise that doesn't matter. That's what a lot of people don't seem to understand.
What?
It doesn't matter about anything outside of what's broadcast or uploaded to this channel. None of it matters to me. It doesn't affect me in the least, positively or negatively. I just need to find enough people to come for the core content to watch and engage and support it. And then I'm good, right? And that's why a lot
You
of
can't look
these
at him too
streams
long
are
and
doing
keep a
well.
straight face. It's
And I'm
ridiculous.
happy for that. But it does upset me when I'm genuinely enjoying a game
And you
and
won't
having
pay
a
me.
great time with it, and it's not resonating with the audience for some reason. Okay? And that's what's happening right now
Pay me to play the games I want to play.
with Claire Obscure. When we played it 2 days ago, everyone quit the stream. We had less than 150 viewers.
Sometimes he gets hyper focused on that strap.
I only made $37 of support for a over 4-hour gameplay segment.
I don't give a fuck.
That's terrible. Okay, straight up.
Terrible
That's
for
terrible.
who?
That's terrible. Okay, straight up. That's terrible. That's one of the worst streams I've ever done.
Go get a job.
And it really sucks. And there's nothing I can do about that. I can't make people enjoy the game.
You
as
get
much
a
as I
job.
can. So all I can do now is say, all right, fine. We're just going to streamline it. We're just going to go through the story, and we'll see what happens and go from there. Now, I want to make this abundantly clear. If people show up, engage, and support for Claire Obscure in the story we're about to do, and they support it, I will play it longer. I will do the side content, which I want to do. I want to be challenged. I want to have to
I don't give a fuck what you want.
parry. I want to have to do all this stuff. And that's
When you earn your own money and you pay yourself, you can decide to do what you want. Until then, shut the fuck up and do what people want. The viewers. Get it?
roll through a game, but I gotta have people buy into it. I can't just be doing it for myself. You know what I mean? So let's see how it goes starting today. How will this stream go? We're about to find out. Okay? Shout out to Soul Potato 07, who's been a member for 24 months. He says, how are you? I'm personally good. I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I'm excited because I get to play Claire Obscure. We're going to try Night Rain tonight. The next few weeks are going to be insane. We've got the launch of the Switch 2, updates in Street Fighter 6.
So you got a
Summer
Switch
Game
2?
Fest, Xbox Gaming Showcase. Other things are rumored to happen right around there. So you're going to have shadow drops and special games being released. Then we've got Mind's Eye, Death
Mind's Eye. I don't know why it sounds so weird when he
June
says
will
it.
be absolutely packed with
Like, I
content.
don't know how to say it
So
right,
I
but
am
he's saying it wrong.
100% excited.
Mind's Eye.
Right? Okay.
Okay.
Let's get to some other shout outs. Let's see here. So I got a $2 tip. This person says, I feel you. The audience going back and forth can lead to frustration. You don't always get the results that you want. Have you considered taking charge, making decisions without the audience and using the analytics to course correct?
No.
It's famously said the audience doesn't really know what they want until they are led to it. Be bold, I believe. That's, that's old Phil. That's old DSP. That was me saying, I'm playing this because I want to. You like it. And if you don't, you're wrong. Because I'm the one who knows better. Because I'm the successful YouTuber and you're not. So watch my content or don't.
Fuck, I'm out of
the one in
bullets.
charge. That used to be my old attitude back in the day. Then people yelled at me and said, Phil, don't you understand? That's the opposite mentality that you should have. You are supposed to be listening to your audience. You're supposed to be taking in feedback. You're supposed to be changing with that feedback, doing what people want. You are a content creator that provides free content, and you're expecting people to watch ads and support you via
Holy
Patreon
fuck.
and things. And you can't have that if you're not doing what the people want. So you have to listen. You have to change. You have to be interactive. You have to do all this stuff. So I said, sure,
Just give
Let's
me
do it.
money.
let's change. And I did.
Why has it got to
I
be
became
so
fully
complicated?
interactive. I became a social streamer rather than just a gamer. I started doing lengthy playthroughs, all of the content.
Why
did
should I have to
everything I was
entertain
told.
an audience?
That's how you're supposed to do
I
it.
just do what I'm
Here we are,
told.
2025. Fill your
If you just want to do what you're told, you could work any fucking where. Not in entertainment, probably, but you know.
You're doing it all wrong. So again, I can't win. No matter what I do, it will never be good enough. You understand? Because that's the situation I'm in. So I get to the point where I just don't care anymore. Like, I'll just do it.
Because you're on road 3.
However, but I do need to find something that's going to work for games like Claire Obscure. Okay? Okay.
There's 2 paths that work, and you chose Beg.
Someone tipped $2. He says, please get over your fear of emulation. It's very easy to do, and you can play more classic games that are well-established. You'll get more you'll get more professional. First of all, no matter what I play, it's not going to equate to more views like you think. Again, I'm a unique situation. You got to understand that. Now, it's not that I'm afraid.
Fuck!
That Phil's afraid that he doesn't know how to do it.
I misread the map.
It's not going to work. It's going to crash.
I'm a dunce.
Right? There's 2 factors involved. Factor number 1.
The shell.
I'm the kind of guy that likes to lay out a schedule and say I'm doing this then, this then, this then,
Oh,
this then.
hyper
Adhere
focused.
to that schedule so everyone knows what's going to happen, and then be there for it and do that content. Okay? With emulation, I don't know if it's going to work consistently all the time, and sadly, I don't have time to troubleshoot and mess around with tech. I just don't. Look at how long it took for me to smooth out my setup when I upgraded in January. Why do you think I was so apprehensive about migrating my old PC to the new one? It took like 3-4 months to work all the bugs out of the setup, so now we can consistently
some old-fashioned
stream without something
shootout.
turning off. And even now, today, that still happens sometimes, right? So now imagine I'm
You're an
trying to
idiot.
get into emulation, and emulation is definitely
So you're too stupid to do that. Look at that face on him. Holy fuck.
something that's finicky, that you need to tweak per each game in each situation. It's not, oh, here's just an emulator and here's a ROM. Load it in, play.
And I don't give a fuck to figure it out, so duh.
For some games it is, yeah, SNES, but for anything past that, there's a lot of things you got to work on, all right? That's number 1.
This is a whole lot of words just when he could just say one. Incompetent.
I'm not saying it's not viable or it's not feasible.
Not for you, though.
I'm saying, man, it would be tougher because it would mean me having to get savvy on something that I really don't have a lot of time to get savvy.
We know that's not gonna fucking happen. I would have to get savvy on it.
Now we gotta mess with this for an hour on stream before we can even play.
It's not gonna fucking work, guys.
Number 2, this is the other factor. Emulation isn't
Drama.
legal unless you
Isn't
already
legal.
own the game or the rights to the game, etc. Right?
Oh god, he's gonna
So
go
let's
to
say,
jail.
for example, people are like, will you emulate this game on PlayStation 1? Sure, but technically it's not legal. Now, I'm not saying that I would get into any kind of problems, but as you know, and I keep explaining this, I've already said it like 3 times on this show today.
So we're gonna say it again, though?
I am Darkside Phil. I am not every other streamer. You understand that? I'm not.
Yeah, you're trash.
I'm different because at every waking moment that I do anything, I have tens of thousands of idiots, obsessive losers on the internet stalking me. So if I play emulation, there's a very strong chance that I would have thousands of people reporting me to various different places saying, hey, did you know that people playing
That
this
would
on
be funny.
emulation? This could be illegal because he probably doesn't have rights to do it. And
That would
could
crack
send
me the
people
fuck
after
up.
me. That could send people after my channel. That could send people
They'll be
after
knocking on my door.
business at large.
Gotta protect the family.
And I know you may say, oh, that's just ridiculous. You do understand that when I was going to play GGPO, which is the way that the fighting game community plays fighting games online, there was actually people who were like this, like fucking super villains. They were like, well, good thing no one told Phil that you can use an IP sniffer with GGPO, and the moment you match with someone, you get their IP address. And the moment that they got it, they were going to DDoS.
You made this all up.
So that I couldn't stream. The point where I was going to have to get a company to come out here and change my IP address.
I saw this whole thing. Somebody told him that it was possible. He said, oh shit, well I can't do that. And now he's saying that there was some grand plot that he knew all about.
Address again, because it's not a quick fix. Didn't you know
Would somebody have done it? Probably. But he's lying right now anyway. So.
that there was an actual employee at my ISP who was resetting my modem on the daily and was changing all the information in the modem and turning on my wireless network to say insulting things about me to my local neighborhood?
And I have
Weird
no
now,
sense
right?
of humor.
That's the extent these weirdo losers have gone to mess with me in my life. So it stands to reason that something that's safe for everyone else, like playing on GGPO, doing emulation streams publicly, is not safe for me because these people are fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I would not for a second believe that if I did emulation, that they would go to Nintendo, They would go to Sony. They would go to the publisher of the game. They would go to YouTube. They would go
You
to
wouldn't
this, that,
believe it.
and they would file false copyright strikes and takedown requests and this and that and try to fuck with it. So that's why I really don't mess with emulation. If there was a tried and true, safe, guaranteed way to do it, I'd be okay with it. But everyone knows it is a gray area. 99% of people get away with it because no one cares. I'm the guy who'll get screwed because of these people on the internet. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Again, I'm not like everyone else.
Does your wife get
do
screwed?
What everyone else does to be successful. It doesn't work for me because I'm Darkside Phil. Get it? Okay. Let's see here.
Proud of myself with that one. I don't think I want to get that yet.
Cannot find the last podcast.
I don't know what the hell that is. That's because I deleted it because I told somebody to off themselves.
It's right here. The last podcast, right here. Are long-term viable for playthroughs? Discuss. The level 1 podcast. Yes, from yesterday. It's live. It has over 900 views because people wanted to talk about that topic. It was a hot topic. Yeah, it's live. I don't know why you wouldn't be able to see it. It's live right now, and there's no problem.
You sure you didn't unlist it? I didn't look, but that's what I heard. I don't really pay attention like that. Not gonna go check that. I'm sure they'll clarify.
And I got a $3 tip.
From a troll?
Oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
Listen to this. This I didn't know about till this moment. This is the $3 tip, anonymous tip. Occasionally on a fighting game subreddit, you see someone making a post totally distraught at losing to you online, how you're considering quitting the game since they lost to you. You're watching the detractor vids of you playing, saying said fighting game, they assume you lose all the time, so you'll be easy. You're way better at fighting games than they give you credit for. Yeah, they're morons. That's what you call those people, morons. Because they just believe everything.
This didn't happen.
I'm actually good at fighting games. You have to understand this. There's other people out there who are considered in the same realm as me that aren't good at fighting games, like LTG. Like, he legit sucks, all right? 99% of the time, the reason he wins is because he finds some abusable strategy, easy mode shit day one.
So you've been watching LTG?
After, like, a few months of a game, he always sucks at them, okay? So now he tries to play a fighting game, and he loses 80-90% of his matches, and everyone laughs at him. When I play fighting games, I literally always win more than I lose. Even at games I'm not good at.
Not always.
I still win more than I lose. I never have a losing night. It's like it rarely happens. In old school fighting games, I dramatically win more than I lose most of the time. There may be an exception, like the last time I was trying to play Pigru, which I don't even know how to use. So I had to...
So that time you didn't win more than you lose?
Basically take my licks, trying to learn the groove. Most of the time, if I'm doing something I know about, I dominate in old school.
What about new fighting games?
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm actually good at fighting games, and that's the funny part is idiots on the internet like this moron on Kick Chat who I just permanently banned don't know that because they don't watch me play fighting games. They watch the clip channels. They watch the negative highlight channels of the rare times when I'm losing.
The clip channels are entertaining.
A lot, and I rage or I get really angry at the netcode or some abusable tactics some scrub is using, and that's what they focus on, and they act like that's the majority of the time I'm playing when it's not. I'm actually winning almost all the time. Go check the track record.
You already said that.
Out, but you actually have to watch the content, not just some no-load loser who steals my content and misrepresents it on the internet. But yeah, that doesn't surprise me, because again, that's why the FGC doesn't like me, because they group me in with guys like LTG who actually legit suck and don't
other lolcows
know that I'm actually good at fighting games. So then the people who play me lose all the time and get fucking upset about it because they don't realize that they lost to someone who's actually good.
Boy, you just devoured that bait. Hey, Phil, you want to talk about how you're cool and...
Oh, let's see here.
Not really what people say?
The 100 knock super chat, which as we know from track record,
sure.
It's like $9.60, something like that. He says, if you save a bald eagle, does it mean you save a little piece of America?
No, you fucking
well,
retard.
You're saving the national bird. I do believe that there are bald eagles that actually...
He's gonna fucking answer that.
Like, I don't think that ball
What a stupid fucking
are
question.
limited to just like the United States of America, if I remember correctly. I think it's $9.63. That resonates, so I'm gonna put that on the lead.
Holy fucking shit.
Here we go.
Maybe that asshole fucking shot me like that. Fucking jump scares and shit.
They're limited to the continental U.S., so not just the United States of America, but basically this land mass, right? There are some that are in other places too. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I would say if you do something relating a bald eagle, you're doing something inherently American. There you go.
Whatever.
Cool.
Why'd you say something worth a fuck? Ew, was that? Ew, what's he smelling?
All right. Cool.
Nasty
now,
fuck.
There is one thing. So for the record, really quickly, okay? Today,
Doubt
we're
it.
obscure major stream right after this podcast, focusing solely on story. That's it. We're gonna make major story progress today. See how far we can get. I'm hoping to get through Act 2, start Act 3, and we'll go from there and see how well we do. Please stick around, engage, and support this stream.
Support.
Why? We're trying to hit our goals, obviously. We want to hit our goal milestone of 90 goals. Right now, we're at 86, so we have 4 goals to hit.
I need more money.
DSP tries it. The How to Train Your Dragon menu from Burger King, including a new
I haven't clipped it. I just remember though the one day he did say how to drain your dragon.
Whopper, a new fries side that's
Making Darziak jokes.
kind of supposed to be spicy,
That's like an Easter egg. He left that in for the real fans.
a new drink, and a new sundae. And I want to do it. It's going to be great. It's going to be, I feel, interesting like the Minecraft meal was. Only this time there's actually new products to try rather than just
Was that interesting?
packaged stuff. So I think it'll be a good one. Let's hit those goals. Let's make it happen. The other factor here
Let's get
is
some
that
support.
The 100-goal marathon is coming. And, you know, the timeliness of it being next week, you know what I'm saying? Makes sense? I want to hit 100 goals by next week. It's going to be hard to do if we don't even hit 90 goals this week.
I agree.
So please support the streams. Let's hit the goal on this stream. Even if you don't care about Clear Obscure, please support the podcast before we swap over to the gameplay.
Why would I?
All right, can we do that? Please, let's
Support,
get some support
yeah,
in here. How about our first sub over on Kick today?
Just give you
How
money
about
for
our
the
first
fuck of it?
membership on YouTube? Let's get some support.
I should just give you money because you
Clear Obscure
asked.
on this stream tonight. Elden Ring Night Rain premiering on the late stream, 6:45 p.m. Tomorrow, there's no podcast. We're going to jump right into gameplay. Around 11:30 a.m., we'll start hanging out for like 15, 20 minutes, and then by noon, we start. 4+ hours of Elden Ring Night Rain. Tomorrow night, Friday Night Fights returns. More Capcom versus SNK2 action. I'm off from streaming on Saturday. When I return on Sunday, more Elden Ring Night Rain on the day stream and Minecraft on the late stream. Then we see what happens. There's going to be more Blueprints, more Clear Obscure, more Minecraft, more American Truck Sim. All that stuff next week. And then, of course, next week...
You're going to play the same games you're playing right now next week?
Well, we'll see. Because it really depends on how things go. Switch 2 launch, I would love to do for you. But right now, I'm not sure. All right, we have to see what happens. You know, it's kind of up in the air, depending on how things go.
Oh, god damn. Say something I give a fuck about.
Okay.
Any lore? Give me some secret lore.
Cool. Just wanted to check on something. Okay. So...
Is your
we'll see
wife
what
still
happens
dying?
in regards to the Switch 2 and the launch, right now, nothing's a guarantee. So that's why I'm not talking about it. I'll let you know.
Talk
All
about
right?
that
And,
fake
we'll
rabbit
go
you
from
made
there.
up that died.
Okay? Cool.
That was interesting.
A couple more contributions came in here.
Money, money, money.
I got a $2 tip. It's a shame you can't play some classic bad games and have some fun with them because they never get re-releases. A couple of suggestions, maybe one of the mini consoles like a mini NES or SNES, but those games are actually good, or playing some bad cheap ones on Steam to have some laughs. I mean, again, it's the viability of it. Number one, are they available to play, or do you need emulation, which I can't really do?
Because it's illegal and I'm retarded.
Are they games that anyone would care about and tune in for? You know, I like the idea of playing a variety of bad games to get some laughs. I do. Yeah.
Okay. Is that it? What do we got now? $19? There it is. And $19. Guys, we really need to fucking get some support. I'm serious. Hello, any money?
Okay.
Better do a beg.
A lot of stuff is happening right now that has nothing to do with my stream. And it's distracting the crap out of me, and I apologize for that.
Then why are you fucking worrying about
I
it?
can't help timing of stuff, so it is what it is. Okay, I added that $2 tip, correct?
Yeah, but you could just not address it right now.
Oh, really? Well, now someone and now who knows what to believe? Someone just tipped $2. Says, I suspected the person who mentioned a Reddit thing is trying to bait you. I searched Darkside Phil and DSP in the subreddit.
You fucking think so?
I don't even know what this means because I don't use Reddit, and I got no results. That's a LARPer trying to bait you to rant about that subreddit.
And it fucking worked now, didn't it?
I don't even know what subreddit you're talking about. I don't know. I just respond to what you guys say, and you know, I don't even know what I don't use Reddit. I don't even know what the fuck a subreddit is. I don't know how it works. Anyway. Okay.
Guys have lost.
All right. There's one other major thing I want to talk about today. Okay? So, as you guys know, since I upgraded my setup and I changed things around, when I go on a break, which is usually either at the end of the podcast or it'll be like after I'm a big chunk into my gameplay and I take a break from when like my wife comes home from work or whatever it may be, I usually will play some clips. The clips that I have are a running playlist that I've now been using for a couple of years.
Good.
All right. Some of it is newer stuff. Some of it is older stuff. It all depends.
Did you get new clips?
Like some of these clips were made only like maybe 6 months ago. Some of them were made in the last couple of months. Some of them are 9 months old. Some of them
Is
are
Darziak back?
years old. Okay. So these clips are fun and funny and highlights of my history. However,
I don't think so. But...
I've now been using this playlist for like, 3-4 months straight, and the clips are getting old. You're seeing the same clips over and over, right? So,
where did he find time to do this?
Is make a new playlist of clips.
Oh, he hasn't done it yet, but he would. Oh.
On what things
he's gonna ask you to do it.
What gameplay moments from famous playthroughs of mine have you enjoyed? Right? Thing is,
get the N-word montage, Dark Space 3 playthrough, and when you threatened pimp smack the 11-year-old in VR chat.
There's many of you, so you guys will probably have way more ideas.
Oh, and the King Snake rant, legendary.
Feedback and things that I would ever come up with from the things that I think are notable from my playthroughs over the years. All right? So here's what we're gonna do. I'm actually gonna make a thread. Let me show you where it is so you understand how to do this, okay? So right here, this is DSP Gaming. See it? This is the channel right now on YouTube. This is the community tab. It's funny because it's the community tab.
We know what that is.
That anymore. They call it posts.
If we're here, there's literally no way we cannot know what that is.
Okay? So here on the posts tab, I'm going to put up a post.
Why even trying this? Because they're gonna get clips that you don't want to clip, and then you're gonna say, oh, the fucking trolls ruined it again. Hello? Maybe you should just put this up off stream and then explained it when he was here. Or you could just have, you know, 2 solid minutes of dead air, and that works too. Anyway, guys, where do I go? I turned the lights on and nothing happened. I think I should turn them back off. Give a fuck. I'm gonna be lost. It might as well be dark, so I got an excuse. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. Hello, everyone. I am seeking your feedback and input regarding my most funny and notable moments over the years.
Now read it.
I have a running playlist of highlights that I use for breaks during streams, but it's gotten stale after several months of
This
use.
is how you pad the
I want your
fucking
feedback on what I
runtime.
should add to keep things fresh. Please respond to this thread with nominations for moments that you find notable and funny. Please include the name of the game or series it's from, timestamp of the moment if you link a video, and a brief explanation of why you think it's funny and should be included.
So he won't look for anything. He wants the video,
Pretty
the
straightforward,
stream, the
Nothing too crazy or
timestamp,
complex. What I want you guys
and
to
what
do
it is.
respond to this post and post up links of things that you found funny over the years. A lot of people say, hey,
Begging.
Heavy Rain's your best playthrough. Okay, why?
Just play a Frawny the tractor video.
Link a video in Heavy Rain, give a timestamp, tell me why that's a funny moment that should be included. Now, I know we're going to have idiots who are going to post up dumb shit, but that's why we're asking for this information.
Yeah, I'm trying to
so
figure
we
it
can
out,
review it
dude.
and actually find good stuff. All right?
Jesus.
So hopefully out of this we can get a few dozen more funny moments that we can add to the playlist so it seems fresh, as opposed to just the same clips over and over and over. All right? So, here we go.
Something stupid. It's always something fucking
I just
stupid.
posted it up. That is on the posts tab of the DSP Gaming channel here on YouTube. Please go over there, respond, and let's see what you guys can come up with. You know, the more the better. But if you post up dumb shit, like purposefully,
Oh, fuck.
just insult me or, you know, some horrible thing, expect
Yeah.
a nice ban. Because you'll deserve it. And trust me, people will do it. They probably already have. I'm not even kidding. They probably already responded. Okay.
Good. You asked for the
So,
feedback.
That's the topics that I had to talk about today. If anything, you know,
You
the
and
fact that
Gay.
we are now going to be focusing solely on the story, Clear Obscure. I hope that that makes sense. I hope that you will stick around for that, and hopefully it's entertaining. If it's not, I'm sorry. I wanted to play the game at my own pace and do side content, but it seems like it's
Why apologize? Just say fuck you, pay me.
not viable. We've got to get through this game, and hopefully things will turn around. I actually legit hope that today things turn
Be a man.
around. We hit the support goal. I can maybe
Never mind, we're begging. Men don't beg.
term, once we get to the
You fuck your wife with that pussy?
end, actually take my time to go back and do some side content. But if not, I tried. You know, I honestly did.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, what would you like to talk about this morning? Do you have any further feedback or follow-up to what we've been talking about? Or you have other topics you'd like to talk about? Please tag me in the chat, and we'll go back and forth here with a little bit of conversation. Or any contributions that come in, I will shout out. How about this? Let's get our first sub and first member of the day right now. We've got some super chats. We got a few tips. Let's get some contributions.
Thought you were
All
gonna
right,
answer
also get
questions.
Someone to beat the biggest tip being $2, right? Let's get a $5 on the leaderboard at least, for goodness sake, okay? All right.
Please, guys, can I get $5?
So what would you guys like to talk about today? Oh, by the way, it looks like I didn't update the schedule at all last night. Let me do that right now. I must have forgotten.
Here we go. Update it. Is it updated? This is fucking cool. Enjoying this.
Because last night I had to do some extra new stuff. I had to make the new Elden Ring thumbnail for the stream. And
Oh,
some extra
God.
Work, and then I forgot to do this.
What'd you do?
No.
Extra stuff, thumbnail,
Okay, the schedule
more
has been
extra
updated.
stuff.
There we go. Now it's correct. Excuse me. VR says, if you end up getting a Switch 2, what games would you like to get with it? Mario Kart World. That's the only game for it. Switch 2 has one game at launch, Mario Kart World. You know that, right? Literally every other game is a third-party port or another game that's already been out. There's nothing else to play on. There's one game at launch. So I'm playing Mario Kart World at launch if I get the Switch 2, and then I'm waiting a month, and then in July, I'm playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. And then after that, I'm just waiting until the next new game.
You guys
There's
got it
no
all
games for this
figured
console.
out.
It's just truth. I'm not exaggerating. That's the actual God's honest truth. There's nothing to play on it. They're launching a console with one video game for it.
Okay.
They're literally expecting their launch to be third-party ports that you've already played, or ports of games you've already played on the previous Switch. Like, wow, it's not a lie or a twist of any kind of truth.
Why would it be? Why would you be
if
lying
it has no
right
games,
now?
why buy it? For you, I don't know if I can answer that. The only thing I can think of to say is, if you really like Mario Kart, if you've been waiting to play third-party games on a Nintendo console, that's it. For me, it's a lot different. I'm a content creator. The fact that to have it
He's different.
on release day, right? To be able to unpack it, to be able to hook it up, to do that live coverage of the launch of the console,
To get dumb fucks to pay me.
about the new Joy-Cons, the battery life, how the graphics are on it, how it runs, the online connections and capabilities of it, right?
I'm gonna
And
milk
then
some
to
humans
play
that
Mario
day.
Kart World, to tell you my opinions on the first new Mario Kart game in over a decade. Yes, it's actually been over 10 years since they came out with a new Mario Kart, if you can believe it. All of that has tons of value for me as a creator. It doesn't necessarily have tons of value for you to buy a Switch 2. Get it?
You get it. I don't get it. Phil needs one. You don't. Do you get it? No value for you. All the value for him. Do you get it?
Sidious says, would you be interested in doing, instead of longer playthroughs, like special streams called like Wild Card, where you just try a bunch of indie games? Listen, we were doing that. We were actually doing indie nights, remember? Earlier this year, I played games such as Mouthwashing, the one about, what was it, Kiosk, the horror food game.
I didn't like the amount of money I was getting for that.
Balatro,
Support slowed down.
Arcade Simulator, whatever that was called.
Why you gotta name them all before you just say you didn't make enough money?
And others. But then people said, play Disco Elysium. So I did, and that took over a month, and we didn't even get that far in, and then people said, quit it. So I did. And since then, we haven't really gotten back to having indie games in the rotation, because I've been playing chill games like Minecraft and Truck Sim. I guess you could argue Truck Sim is an indie game. So, yeah. I would like to have indie games back in the rotation.
So put them back in rotation. Why don't you do that?
I just got a $3 tip from Star Facts. Not gonna lie, Phil, this sounds like a bad cope. You were lazy every time we give a suggestion. No, it's that you refuse to use your brain to put yourself into my shoes. This is a huge problem with the actual new generation of people on this planet. People have grown up now in a generation where they're told, you're entitled to
God damn it.
everything. Instant gratification. You're a special snowflake. You're better than everyone. I don't know why. I didn't grow up like that. No one told me that when I was growing up. Okay? But everyone seems to feel that way.
They had to have felt. There's no way to explain what you are other than what you just said.
Way now. On this, all younger people are of this weird entitlement mentality, right? So now it's like, so we made a suggestion and you're not doing it, so you're lazy. No, you made a suggestion. I literally concretely outlined to you why the suggestion doesn't work, because
You said something. I told you were wrong. I'm right. Accept it.
I'm a different case than the other people you're referencing. Oh, well, you didn't listen to me, so you're lazy. I don't like you. No. Use your fucking brain. Put yourself into my shoes for 10 seconds. Imagine your dark side.
You don't wear shoes.
Phil. And you have to put up with all the shit that I do. and you have all the adversity thrown against you that I have, but somehow you're still persevering because you're not doing these things, right?
You hear the fucking Rocky music right now?
That's what you need to do. But it seems like there's a whole generation of people that don't have the ability to do that anymore. Instead, it's my way, my way, my way. Oh, you didn't do my way? Where?
This guy's built different.
Because you're not going to be successful.
He's built
You're
different.
You're going to find yourself weighing quite a lot if you don't listen to what people say. I'm telling you, your suggestions don't work, and I'm factually outlining.
You don't want to end up like this guy crying like a bitch in front of the internet every day. So
why?
Just listen. Just listen.
That's not.
You can learn lessons from him. They're just not the ones that he wants you to.
Not laziness. That's, hey, I've been there, done that. I know what works, what doesn't. Here's the deal. I know that a lot of these things people suggest sound
not exactly, but he did fuck this up. So
I would have people knocking on my fucking door saying, "Yo, you broke the law."
What?
Don't you get it? I'm different than everyone else. Sucks that I'm in that position, but I'm telling you as concretely.
So he really believes that if he emulates a video game, then people are gonna turn him in and he'll get arrested. That's it's a sad thing. Sad thing to actually believe.
As I can, that things aren't as simple as you think. You think life is so simple. It's not. Especially for someone like me, life's very complicated, and I have to dance around certain issues and treat things a lot differently than others do.
Yep.
Maybe you don't want to believe it because you're part of that group. Maybe because you're actually part of the group that
I thought your life was a vacation.
Rides dark side Phil and makes his life miserable. And you don't want to believe that, right? It ain't so bad for him.
Holy fuck.
Actually, why do you think that I have to do things so differently than everyone else in my life? Because of these fuckers. Because of these weirdos.
This guy's story ends in a padded room. There's no way it doesn't.
You know? Okay.
I've met crackheads with less paranoia. Hello?
Zangief says, you might actually be the first person to get jailed for emulation. The detractors are insane. They send legions of letters and calls to Nintendo and others. It's obvious. I mean, you're right.
Zangief's a fucking retard, too.
They would do that. Again, these morons who say things like victim mentality don't understand what I've actually been through. It's not that I want to be that way. I factually am, get it? Like, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not making my end-all be-all that.
I don't want to be a pussy. I am.
If you don't notice, I don't really bring it up. But it's true.
You bring it up all day, every fucking day. What the fuck do you mean you don't bring it up? That's all that we talked about today? That's all we talked about yesterday?
It's still happening. If I ignore reality, that would be more crazy than to not. You know what I mean?
Holy fuck. He don't want to bring it up.
Don't want to believe the fact that everything that they've said and done has led to a really toxic, crazy internet movement against me to fuck with my life. But it has, and it's their fault. But they won't take any actual responsibility or blame for it. They refuse that. Oh no, you know, all those videos where you said horrible things that I didn't do, but you said I did them. Didn't you think that that would actually turn into something someday? That not everyone gets the joke or not everyone cares that you're just trying to make a dime, but instead people will go.
How is this a fucking exit?
And now people actually hate me because you're a disingenuous fool.
Emergency exit,
huh? You should be in jail for what you've done.
Oh my god.
Don't you think that all these people who over the years, over the last decade, who have every single day
the internet trolls ought to be in jail.
Should be held accountable? But they're not. YouTube allows it. The law doesn't, but the law can only be selectively upheld by those who are rich. That's the truth. The law says all this stuff that
Phil, you make more money than most of your trolls.
People put out about me every day actually is illegal. But the only way to enforce it is for me to be rich and to have lawyers to slap YouTube and these people with lawsuits. And I'm not rich.
Yeah, so YouTube
so I want you to
too,
think
huh?
about that, how messed up that is. We actually have a system where anyone can say and do whatever they want, and they're perfectly protected unless you're rich, then you can go after them. If you're not rich, every law doesn't matter because anyone could violate the law and no one can.
You know, how the fuck I even get
no
here
one
anyway?
policing the internet for this stuff. Pretty messed up.
Pretty messed up. What now? Want to be a victim anymore, or be satisfied with that for now? No.
No, you have no idea how the legal system works.
I knew that was coming.
I would have to be very, very affluent to go after anyone for anything. Just a single court case.
Not
takes
true.
Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars.
Yes.
And takes sometimes years of time. And that's a single court case. Think about how.
If somebody was actually breaking the law, you don't need thousands of dollars and years of time in the legal system.
How many people are doing this to me on a daily basis, right? So I could go after the big fish first and then go after the small fries, but I'd have to literally have like endless money, hundreds of thousands of dollars to sue these people. And I don't have it, nor do I have the time. I'm a hard worker, right? I'm streaming 5 to 6 days a week full time. I don't have time to be sitting around with lawyers and in court.
He's being annoying today. He's whining like a bitch.
Who'll be on top of the list? Whoever makes the most money. Because that's how you do it. You go after the person who's making the most money on your back.
Who?
And you take their money. And then you move on to the next.
Who
down
is
the
it?
List.
Who is it? Say a name, you pussy.
Until finally people realize, oh shit, it's not viable to do this anymore because Phil is actually destroying everyone who does it. And then it ends. But just take a look. Just take a quick look. For example, the whole thing that went down with Billy Mitchell and Carl Jobs type of thing is his name.
Now you want to talk about it. I thought that had nothing
Carl
to do
Jobs
with you.
was a beloved YouTuber.
Nothing to do with you and your
years
content.
Saying all this stuff about Billy Mitchell. And eventually Billy Mitchell sues Carl Jobs and says, dude, you just can't just say whatever you want on YouTube about me. That's illegal. You have to have actual factual justification for what you're saying.
So you don't know much about this then.
The law. And Carl Jobs kept
It was better when you didn't talk about this.
going to his audience and saying, well, Billy Mitchell's in the wrong. He lied here, he lied there, finance my court case. He lied here, he lied there, finance my court case. Guess what? He lost his court case. Because he sat there defaming Billy Mitchell over and over and over and over. So Billy won, and now Carl Jobs owes him a ridiculous amount of money.
God damn it. Turn the fucking TV on. There's no yellow paint.
Look how long that took. Look how long it took for that to go through. That was an ongoing thing for years. And that's one case. That's because Billy Mitchell had his one biggest troll. Okay? You know what I mean? Now imagine me trying to go after the thousands of people, right?
Oh, we beat Phil today.
Here we go. Hyperfixate just did a $10 super chat. Billy Mitchell is making a career after suing people who have slandered him. You can do the same. I would start with detractors doxing already, like Alton Cider, who steals your content every day, and then the rest.
Shout out to Alt.
Who that is.
Oh, come on.
I don't. I literally don't.
You're a fucking idiot.
You're right. There's literally an entire ecosystem.
You've talked about him and mentioned shit that goes on his streams multiple times. At one time you said, oh, I have proof that he was sending people in my chat. I forget what it was. But something about fucking fixing the polls too. Now you don't know who he is. Come on, dude.
An ecosystem on YouTube based on defaming Darkside Phil on a daily basis. Like I said, the Clippers actually get insanely more views than I do. They steal the content. They will have clips of this podcast on their channels, which is illegal. You can't just clip someone's content before they have a chance to upload it themselves. That's actually against the law. You can't do it.
No, it's not.
You can't. Sorry. There's laws against it.
God damn.
If you waited for me to finish my broadcast, upload the videos myself, and then you clipped from the videos, that's allowed. You legally cannot put content out first as someone is doing it live. It's not allowed. Right now, this work I'm doing is a copywritten work.
Wah.
It's protected by U.S. copyright law. If you take anything from it, you've broken the law. So anyone who does that, you're in the wrong and could be sued into fucking oblivion at any given moment.
No, we can't, because you're busy, you're hardworking,
Exactly.
you don't
They
have
can
the
do
money.
it
So
there's no repercussions because YouTube doesn't care unless you file a lawsuit. Hence, you need to be affluent in order to actually have a legal defense against this kind of behavior. It's really fucked up.
well, I guess we got nothing to worry about then, because you're just some dumb fuck in Washington. You are the opposite of affluent.
Anyway, I guess Hyperfixate is technically our top super chatter today.
Look at him squint. Look at that. Lean in.
Okay.
Put the glasses on, old man.
No, they're not hiding behind fair use. That's what they say, but it's not fair use. You understand that? It's literally not fair use.
Boy, he's
it doesn't matter how
gobbling
they
the
say
bait
it is,
today.
It's not fair use. They could easily be sued and lose, but they don't get sued.
We can't
That's why
easily
they
be
get away with
sued.
it. YouTube should have a system where they have employees, actual humans, who are well versed in the copyright law, where you can say, hey, someone on your site is actually violating copyright law right now. Stop it. And they should look at the case and say, yeah, they are. Shut down the person doing it. Shut down their channel. And what is something you don't have any regrets for? What? Someone tipped $2 says, what's your biggest regret as a content creator? And what is something you don't have any regrets for?
Jerking off and jerking off.
My biggest regret as a content creator, I would say.
Was it when you showed people your garbage can?
Well, here's the thing.
Oh, fuck.
There's things that I regret, and there's things that I'm sad have happened, but I can't control.
What the fuck does that mean?
I regret back in the day being so brazen, being such a shit talker, and essentially saying things that were irresponsible that I know probably hurt people. All right. When I was starting as a YouTuber,
I don't think you ever hurt anybody. I think you just did stuff that was out of line and bombastic, so people made fun of you back, and then you turtled up like a little bitch, because that's what little bitches do, I guess.
Sadly, I didn't take it seriously. I didn't realize that my words had weight and that things that I could say and do could actually hurt other people's feelings.
Words have weight means when you go after somebody, they may come back after you.
Reputations, etc. I didn't get it. I thought the whole thing was a joke.
No, you just like to shoot people from your perch.
Thought, why would anyone care about DSP making stupid, shitty videos on the internet, right? Now, I realize 17 years later, those times back in the day when I actually had clout and my words meant things, that I probably said and did things that were pretty harmful because I didn't have anyone to follow. No one had walked before me in those footsteps. I didn't have someone to learn from.
Wouldn't be a problem if you weren't a piece of shit.
So I basically kind of fucked a lot of stuff up, you know? Really, I did. Think about how I handled certain things in regards to relationships, you know, my friendship with John Rambo and how that fell apart, the way I behaved
What does that tell you? That all your relationships fall apart?
during that time period, stuff
There's a common denominator, Phil.
like that, you know? Those are my regrets. It's
Do
sad
the math.
that things turned out the way that they did because I didn't know what I was doing, okay? Now I've learned, and in situations and experiences, I know, for example, if I'm ever going to get into a long-term situation with someone, I got to have a contract in place.
Yeah, he just does king snake shit. He just cases people out and then gets on the inside and fucks them over like that, right?
Firmly agreeing to what everyone says is the right thing to do in the situation, so there can be no feelings of, you know, sour grapes at the end of it, right? No one will feel like they're being not appreciated or underpaid or whatever it may be, right? That's my problem back then.
And you use people to get shit to put around you, you know?
And I
New computers, you know, background, devooms.
didn't get it. I thought this was all just a big joke and messing around. And you know, a lot of the times things got messed up because of that. Okay. So that's what probably one of my biggest regrets. One of the things that I'm saddest about that is not a regret because it's not something that I've done is the fact that people who ever try to associate with me
Was he? So he's still on the first part. He just like pivoted, but it was like a full 360 pivot right back into regret.
or be friendly with me, a lot of the times get a lot of harassment from the trolls on the internet. Like just because someone comes by my stream and says hello and contributes doesn't mean that someone should then now stalk them all over their
What if they have sus playlists?
socials, go to their YouTube channel and post up nasty comments, try to dox and harass them and
What if they're sexually attracted to dragons?
their family members, and that happens on the regular. I'm not kidding. It happens actually on the regular. So
What if they've been bankrupt 3 times?
that's really messed up. But sadly, that's just nothing
What if they're Gahul?
that I can really do. Sadly, I'm not doing it. I'm not causing it. That's just the mental illness of people on the internet. Because the truth is, that doesn't affect me at all. I want you to think about that. So if someone just happens to come to my stream, hang out with me for a couple of weeks. They're a nice person. They contribute a bit. You go harass them.
I saw the
Go
ear
post them a
twitch.
lot.
I never seen one in
Okay.
like in the wild
How
like
exactly
that.
did you affect me? You didn't, but you still did it. Because these
You're here talking about them alone in your bedroom.
people who do this messed up stuff on the internet, it's not that they're doing it because it makes sense. They're just nuts. They do it because they're so mentally incapacitated from being a real human. They actually feel like, oh, I got a piece of worth or value because I ruined someone's day
They're not the ones crying like a bitch here.
today. Because I did internet harassment today. I feel special. I'm serious. These people actually feel good when they hurt others. They're
Maybe they
broken
just think it's
inside.
funny.
They're not focused on doing good things for themselves. They're actually focused on hurting others and making sure others don't have good things for themselves. So it doesn't make any sense. And the thing is, I know this happens. I hear news stories about it every day, and I feel sad, but there's nothing I can do about that because I didn't create that situation, nor can I do anything to solve it or fix it. That's just
What can you do? Why don't you do something that you can do?
ill people on the internet doing messed up stuff, you know? Now, what's something that I don't regret at all? Well, I guess the question
Yeah,
is,
let's get to this
like,
part.
what do you think it is that I would say there? Because, I mean, what, you know, really, like, I'm curious, like, what you're getting at with that question, that phrasing. Like, I don't regret
What's so hard about the phrasing? What's something about your content creation career that you do not regret?
being someone who does stuff differently. I don't regret the fact that I've persevered despite the fact that everyone tells me I do it the wrong way. Yet I'm still
All
here.
right.
You know, like there's a lot of things I could say, but I don't really know what you're getting at with that. You know, it's more about what do you regret, not what you don't regret. You know? Oh, let's see.
Let's go. Come on, what now? Switch it up. Anything to say?
I got a $2 tip, and this person says, even if people mess with you for doing emulation, others will back you up and support you, saying that's bullshit. He gets in trouble for that and defend your right to play emulated games on stream.
That
You know,
won't help me.
I'm
Oh,
the meme, don't you get it? That's the
Nobody
point I'm
will
making.
even.
I can't do the things everyone else does because even though what you're saying makes rational sense,
People always call out and say when something fucked up to them happens. I mean, they probably laugh at it afterwards, but they always say that you shouldn't do that. It is fucking funny though.
they won't do it anyway. Because making fun of DSP, making Phil the butt of the joke, saying Phil's a horrible person, a horrible gamer, a horrible streamer, brings in views and gets money from a group of mentally ill morons.
Jesus Christ.
It's proven time and time again. It doesn't even matter who does it. It could be a Joe Nobody. They'll get views, attention, and support for hating on Darkside Phil. So even though you might say, hey, Phil's in the right, it's more profitable to say, hey, Phil's in the wrong. So that would never happen. I'm serious. It would not. and look, just take a look at Keno Casino. They tried to do it differently. They said, "Oh look,
coping about this
literally
casino
everyone
again."
Says Phil's always in the wrong because that's what's profitable. So for once, let's actually do opposite day. Let's say Phil's not that bad, Phil's in the right, this and there." And they tried it for a while, and at first it worked, and then within a few months it stopped working. So they went right into the exact same fucking trope as everybody else.
What's
and
that?
It works.
No, I thought you just pissed them off.
No one can actually be an individual when it comes to me, because if they do, they can't be rich and make money off of losers. Because that's all it is. At the end of the day, the vast majority of people...
Wait a second, I thought you snaked them. Now they tried, but the trolls... I gotta... This one was something special right here.
Just take a look at Keno Casino. They tried to do it differently. They said, "Oh look, literally everyone says Phil's always in the wrong because that's what's profitable. So for once, let's actually
buddy troll. Let's buddy troll.
Let's say Phil's not that bad, Phil's in the right, this and there." And they tried it for a while, and at first it worked, and then within a few months it stopped working. So they went right into the exact same fucking trope as everybody.
I thought you cased them. Double agent, you know. King Snake? No, none of that.
Everybody else. And it works. You see?
Whatever.
No one can actually be an individual when it comes to me, because if they do, they can't be rich and make money off of losers. Because that's all it is. At the end of the day, the vast majority of people who hate on me are just there to milk this crowd. This people who apparently have money and are really dumb and are willing to just hand it over. The vast majority of people who crapped on me don't give a crap about me. You understand? They crap on me, but they don't actually care about me. They're only doing it to milk a very susceptible, a very gullible audience.
You wish you could milk them.
I can't believe that side scrollers did it so much.
Oh man, side scrollers now. We're going through the whole fucking list.
Would go over there and throw the money. Dude, side scrollers doesn't give a fuck about me at all. As soon as Craig found a way to make different money from a different crowd, he doesn't bring me up anymore. Why does he need to? You see? But they don't understand. They're so simpleton-minded, they can't figure this out.
Sponge stick. Look it up. Why won't I pick that up? Anybody else you want to cope about?
Here's hilarious. Some troll tipped me $1 and is trying to say that I didn't understand the Billy Mitchell call job situation. Yet everything they just said in their tip, I never literally said anything about on my stream. You're a fucking idiot. Keep your troll dollar, you fucking.
Maybe you don't understand and they're telling it could actually happen.
Moron. Hilarious.
You fucking moron.
What's up, Cracker Jacks? How you doing? No, count reboot. It's like I just said. I can't ever do a successful clips channel. I can't. If there's something that's highlightable in gameplay or on a podcast, yes, that I could do. I could edit that out and put it on my channel, and it'll get a few thousand views, which is a lot more than what my typical video part would get. But I could never actually do my own clips channel because people illegally clip my content while I'm still broadcasting and have clips before I can make them.
What I could do is whine like a bitch.
I can't clip myself and make clips. Get it? I have to be offline to make clips. They've already clipped it.
Maybe it's just because nobody likes you.
So there's no point in having my own clips channel when they've already stolen the content.
You could try being less of a piece of shit.
Dan Zach did a $5 super test. Says, "Are you okay, King?" I'm great. I'm great.
Oh, he's fine. He's great.
Everything's fine right now. I just really want this stream to do well. This Claire Obscure stream, you know. I want to finish the game.
I need that money.
Actually, come by and hang out and do stuff. Have a good time with me with a great game, rather than it being just about what's new or hot or the game that I suffer at or whatever. I want to be able to enjoy myself with games and have people along for the ride who will enjoy and engage and support that effort. And Clear Obscure makes me worried because here we are 47 hours into the game, having a great time, and people have stopped showing up for it. I've heard of this game, Deliver at All Costs. I don't know what it is, though. Yeah, I've heard of that game, but sadly right now I just don't have time for any new games. We have too many games we're already juggling. I have to get through them and finish them before I can start talking about new games. Because every day someone's like, did you hear about this indie game? Did you hear about that indie game? I can't play any new games. We got to finish Clear Obscure. We got to finish Blueprint. We got to get to Night Rain tonight. We're doing chill streams of Minecraft and Truck Sim. And we got a fighting game in the mix. We got other games coming up. We got the Switch 2 next week. I can't play indie games. There's no time for it, you know? I get it. People like to see me jump in and try new stuff. I can't do it. I'd have to clone myself. Oops. Oh, crap. Didn't mean to do that. Are you kidding? I hate my email. I really do. I hate it. I absolutely hate my email. It lags like crazy. Here we go. Okay, get it back where it belongs. Because then I'll click on one email and click delete, and the email will lag, and we'll delete like 3 emails. Like, oh no, that's an important email. I need that. Why are you deleting an email I literally didn't even fucking click on? Anyway. Thanks for a $2 tip. Someone says, use ChatGPT to get ideas.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
No, ChatGPT is not going to help me with anything. AI doesn't know diddly dick. All it does is it scours information from the internet that's already public. So innately AI answers can't ever give you anything but common public opinion.
Okay.
Can't, because
Why not?
All it does is it's taking what people of the public are saying on the internet as the consensus fact, because a lot of people have said it. Doesn't mean it's right or true, so I don't think it could ever help me.
Is he coping about how AI knows he's retarded already?
Here we go. Someone just tipped $2. Says, speaking of people that harass donators, once I sent a $1.50 super sticker, then I got harassed on my channel for a week. I feel like some of these people really have...
Oh, goddamn. Who's this pussy?
Stop donating. I just put it anonymous, and I support the GOAT of YouTube gaming streamers. Well, thank you. I don't know.
The gout. It's the gout.
Certainly not me, but thanks. No, I get it. Like, a lot of people say, oh, anonymous tipper, and they act like it's not real. No, why do you think people anonymously tip? This is exactly why. Because when people super chat, and these idiots go over to their channel and harass.
Not every anonymous tip is fake. Not every fake tip is anonymous. Think about it like that.
So a lot of people have stopped doing the super chats and instead they anonymously tip. It's a good reason that they do, you know? That way they can't be harassed.
What now? What now?
I am interested in Mind's Eye, yes. At first I didn't even know what it was.
Mind's
Once
Eye?
I researched it, and I found out that it's a game made by former GTA devs that's supposed to be like GTA. Again, well, I've never seen the actual movie, the original animated film. Actually, watch How to Train Your Dragon. Well, I've never seen the actual. No.
I like the silence. Peaceful.
No, it's DreamWorks. Oh, DreamWorks is Shrek, right? Okay.
I don't know.
I wonder what that would be on then. On-demand video services.
Why don't you look it up? No.
It says content creators who saw behind the scenes footage of mine, I have called it out for being a rug and pull game. What do you mean by rug and pull? What are they pulling the rug out from?
I don't know.
Yanks fan, yes, my wife and I did see the live action Lion King and we didn't really like it. We think the animated is much better.
Okay. What a hot take.
Yeah, I heard Battlefront 2 is making a comeback, but I never really liked it, even after they rebalanced Battlefront 2 to make it a non-card game. Remember it was a card game for a while, which was the most bizarre choice? You earn RNG cards or whatever.
I don't remember that.
But anyway, I played both that and after they rebalanced it, but it didn't really resonate. The audience didn't really like it. If it were like, I guess you could get it on. Are they out of their minds?
Yeah, look that up.
The game is like ancient. The game came out November 2017. And they're charging $40 for it. They're absolutely insane.
If people pay it, then it ain't that crazy, now is it?
What is going on? Well, I said I would have maybe tried it, but I don't think I'm gonna get it now. That price tag.
I thought you were successful. I thought you could afford to just buy games on a whim.
What it is, so. What's up, X Shooter? How are you today?
Must be he's had a couple slow streams. A trend, you know what I mean? Thank God.
$2 tip. ChatGPT is nice. You can give sympathetic advice and listens to how you substantiate your arguments if you push back on stuff. What? It's not real. You're arguing with this.
It is real. What does he mean? It's not human.
Synthetic. Forget it. Thanks for the $2 tip.
It's synthetic.
Can't sympathize with you. It's not real. It doesn't have a personality to give you real sympathy. It's all simulated. Get it? Oh my goodness.
So.
I got a $4 tip.
Not real?
From Star Facts.
Star Facts. That's a stupid fucking name.
Here's another idiot. Like, they're actually regurgitating a detractor meme that's not true.
Well, when is it?
So thank you, $4 fool. Here you go. Cool.
Why even go that far? You won't tell us which meme it is.
Fool. They actually repeated a detractor meme saying that it was true. It's not.
It's probably funny.
Okay. JDTV did a CHF super chat. I have no idea what the CHF is. He says Battlefront 2 is way cheaper on PS5 than CHF.
I don't know.
Swiss francs.
Ask a lot of fucking questions.
So that's the equivalent of $2.42 as a super chat. The Swiss francs. Not to be confused with ballpark beef francs.
The fuck is that?
You know what I want to do?
What do you want to do? Do you want to start the gameplay?
I can't do it. Okay, never mind. I had an idea, but the idea.
Why are you stalling like this today?
Okay. Alright, guys, last chance. Anyone have any last minute topics you guys want to talk about?
You even talked about a goddamn thing. Same shit you always talk about. Somehow even more worthless today. Talk about that detractor meme.
Zedia says the CEO of Mind's Eye is quoted as saying anyone who says anything negative about his game is an influencer secretly paid off by Rockstar. Well, that's correct. That's absolutely correct. I cannot wait to receive my insanely huge bag of gold doubloons from Rockstar once I play Mind's Eye.
They wouldn't give you anything. Why the fuck would they give you one? Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
This is the wait for money stream.
Apparently, last time we played, I defeated a boss without taking any damage, and I got an achievement for it.
What are we looking up now?
Alright.
You gonna start?
Well, I don't know. Someone says, what advice would you give him to better his life? I have no idea. I don't follow the guy anymore, so I don't know anything about his life anymore.
My life's fucked too.
You know?
So.
Really, like last I knew about him, he was still with Lolcow Live stuff and doing really well. I don't know what's going on with him anymore. I don't follow him, so I can't. You can't give advice to someone if you don't know.
And you can't give life advice if your life is ruined. Don't pull champions. You fucking dickhead.
Really, I don't know if I believe this. Someone sent me $3 and said the following. I asked ChatGPT to say something nice about me. It said, Phil Burnell, known as DSP Gaming, has shown impressive dedication to content creation over the years. Despite facing a lot of criticism and challenges, he's remained consistent and continues to produce content regularly for his audience. That kind of persistence, especially in a competitive and often harsh online environment, is commendable. It's clear he has a loyal fan base who appreciate his passion for gaming and commentary.
Ain't that the same shit Mike Klum said when he was glazing them?
Like, I'm not saying that I disagree with that statement. I just don't believe
It's ChatGPT trying to get the doc.
that ChatGPT said. I don't believe that ChatGPT said that at all. That sounds like something a human would do.
Imagine thinking AI is stupid.
Alright, guys. So, quick reminder. Alright? There is no podcast tomorrow. And I know some people will be upset at that. Because you like having a podcast every day, and you like having a podcast at the end of the week. But tomorrow, I'll be focused on playing Elden Ring Night Ring. So no podcast. The next podcast will be Sunday morning. Okay? Fair enough?
I guess so.
Alright, how about this? I got an idea.
How about this?
Tomorrow morning will not be a podcast, but during the build-up to the Night Rain stream, when I hang out with you guys for like 20 minutes or so, I will tell you what the 100-goal marathon will be. I will finally reveal it. Okay?
Really trying to get people to watch, huh?
Alright, that's tomorrow morning.
I'm not watching either way. I'll find out on Twitter.
What the 100-goal marathon will be. You've all been so excited to find out what this is.
He's gonna clean his closet
Alright, guys.
while wearing
Thank you for watching the show. I hope that you've enjoyed
fancy
it.
shirt.
I hope that you have a great weekend. If you don't come back until I do another show, it'll be Sunday morning. Alright? Thank you all. I still hope you'll stick around for Player Obscure. I hope that you'll check out my Night Rain coverage. and I will see you soon. Be safe, have fun. See you Sunday morning.
Alright, no fucking time. Yeah, I guess we should listen. He's probably gonna get right into a pretty sinister beg here, so.
Peace out. Okay. Alrighty, guys. Well, it is time for a brief break before we play Claire.
Get some fucking support.
As I've explained, this is why I want to get new clips, right? Because people are tired of these existing clips, which I don't blame them for. You know, we've been having these clips now for a while.
Just ask for money.
So for Clear Obscure, I gotta be over here, and I have to rotate my camera around. Let me do that. Excuse me. There we go. Okay. And let's get all the lights.
Guys, any support before we start the gameplay? I want to hit the marathon, guys. Damn it. I looked away for a second. Wanted to see the back of the head.
Lighting is fixed.
You don't get that shot every day.
Chair cover up. Let's do all these things.
Maybe you do, I don't know. I don't know much. Let's get some support. 61. Not enough, guys. Maybe we could hit 2 goals today. Think so? Let's hit 2 goals this stream. Haley does this shit every day. Professional, guys.
Alright guys, so please submit your ideas for more
17-year content creator.
But in the meantime, enjoy some of these clips while I go on a brief break. When we come back, it's Claire Obscure continuing on. And like I said, it will be all story progress today. Okay. I'll be back.
Really not gonna beg?
Enjoy.
What a fucking dickhead. Didn't fucking beg once. I waited and I watched them put that stupid thing on the fucking chair. They couldn't give me one fucking beg. Bullshit. Fucking asshole. He knew I was waiting for her, that's what happened. He's withholding the begs. Trying to control the content today. He knows the clips with Clippers. Another crash out. 2 days in a row. I am passionate about this, guys. But if I die right now, I don't give a fuck. God damn, I got hoping that I wouldn't have this. Now I got an excuse to keep going. Keep myself alive longer. Got that little sliver of hope. God damn it. Still alive. I'll wear that move out. Give me a chance. Told you. Bitch. We're hanging in there, boys. Ah, shit. Eat it! Eat it! Ah, shit. Oh, well. That's enough for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch me tomorrow. I'm going to be playing Night Rain. If you want. If you don't, I don't know. Don't. And yes, I am going to let it run for 2 hours.
Intercourse with both parties are emo. Do you wanna have emo sex with me? Sure, only if I can wear your extra scarf. Sex with remorse and a ton of vodka, not just your average get on your knees and fuck me. It involves a lot of slow kisses. Puts the condom on and sticks his cock in her. After they're done, they both cry. You're so good, I'm glad I lost my emo virginity to you. The naughty ones will slit each other's wrists, write depressing poetry, and have sex while looking into each other's eyes, and crying, while blood from the recently slit wrist stains the sheet.
Brought to you by Sasquatch Afterbirth.
What